Welcome folks, my name's Jonathan Dinwood, and in this video I'm going to do a review of Kajabi. I've never used Kajabi before, but I have been using web interfaces and websites in general for over 12 years. So I have reasonable skills and don't do this so much now, but I was a WordPress developer for a period of time. So I've already signed up for a Kajabi account, and I'm going to share the window now, and we're just going to delve straight into it. Now, hopefully you can see what I'm seeing, which is when you first log in, you get this Kajabi dashboard. And what it basically says, opt-ins in the last 50 days, sales, members, and comments, free live training. They seem to offer a lot of resources when it comes to training, and their actual help documentation and training documentation seems very good. Now, one of the main selling points of Kajabi, because it is not the cheapest product on the market at the present moment to achieve building an online course, but its main two selling points are: one, it's easy to use. You've got everything in one place, from a website builder to pre-written email to marketing automation. And what I mean by that is that somebody buys a course and you want to do an upsell, everything that you would need for your e-learning business, Kajabi has it in one place. And the second thing, which they market the hell out of, is that it's easy to use and easy to set up. Now, I'm gonna, obviously you would probably want me to start with the website builder, but I've been having some trouble with the website builder. So I'm going to leave that to last, and I'm going to show you some other elements of Kajabi, and you can then make your mind up about how easy it is to use. Now, I say that, but after playing around with it for a couple of hours, I've come to the conclusion that it really depends on your background. Now, like I say, if you're just a total newbie to online marketing, online promotion of your course, this isn't going to be the easiest tool to use, and you'd probably be better to seek a professional to set it up for you. Because I think you could read all the help documentation, like I say, which does seem good and extensive, but it is going to take you a fair bit of time, in my opinion. So let's start with settings, which is down here. And one of the nice things about Kajabi is its UX design. It is clean, it's minimalist, which I personally like. And it's logically set out. So like, go to your websites. I've named this Mailrite, which is another company that I own. And you can see it's reasonably easy. You know, you pick a file, choose a file here. It already, you know, you can have it stored in Dropbox there. It will connect to Dropbox using APIs. It's pretty slick. I like this. Instructor, recommended dimensions. That's a picture of yourself. It's the same thing. Pick a file, choose a file. You can get it from your Google Drive, your Dropbox. This is well sorted out, and it's got a nice interface. Yeah, it's nice. So if we go back, or we go here, you've got all this here, privacy, autofill, appearance, page zoom. There's a lot here. I think you can already see there's a lot here. So go back to settings, mobile app, settings, manage your site settings on the Kajabi mobile app, custom domain. You can have a domain and you can point the domain here. So you're not using this, like you could, and that domain you could buy from GoDaddy. Blog setting, manage your blog settings. I wonder what that does. Page description, title page, pick a file, recommend dimensions. Yeah, very nice. Custom, like say, blog settings, site details, marketing settings, choose a drip categories, third party integration. It has a fair amount of integrations with some of the leading products. I wouldn't, when it comes to email, and obviously like I say, you got Zapier integration. So if these aren't available, you got Zapier. It does seem to have really a lot of integration with ClickFunnels, which is interesting because ClickFunnels in some ways is a competitor to Kajabi. It focuses on landing pages and the building of funnels, where Kajabi concentrates on helping e-learner entrepreneurs, but it seems to have a fair bit of integration there. And it's got the leading ones, not everyone. That would be impossible because there's so many CRM email platforms out there. I think at the present there's over 200. But you have got that, which is interesting. Fields. This is interesting. So you can actually build out your forms. You seem to have a fair bit of pardon me. You can rename them when it comes to your forms. That seems nice and interesting. Checkouts. So that's another thing. Kajabi comes with its own checkout system. Code, checkout page. Let's go back to that. Just going to check out. We have to delve into that. Static pages. You've got these here. I suppose you can go into the page new. There you go. I was going to say, where do you make a new page? And there we go. Main menu. So I'm quite impressed with this because of the clean UX design, which is, like I said at the beginning, which is very appealing to me. And I personally, it seems reasonably logical. Where it starts, and then before I get a little bit negative about this, let's go back to settings. Privacy, contact info, all this, billing. Yes, they've got my credit card. So go back to this. So I've given you a brief outline of this area, which, like I say, you get from settings. And I'm going to show you help as well. Helps up. We've got this on a separate side. You've got chat, live training, share your ideas. They're big. They're big on this. This is another area. Now, when it comes to people, what they mean people is they mean students, and you can manually add people that will be able to log into your course. And I would imagine that they're sent a grant offer, ad tags, subscribe to marketing email, import multiple people. You can import multiple people by importing a CSV file, which you can produce if you've got a copy of Excel. Let's go back here. So you can add people. You need to set up the other things. Basically, right? Will those people have access to the course? But you have got the ability to, let's say you had some people that prepaid through a marketing campaign. You can set them up automatically so they would have access with their own username and password. So that's pretty useful. Assignments. Your assignment is a great tool to collect data from your users. People presumably click the buttons below to create your first assignment. So what is your first assignment? What grade your assignment? That's interesting. Like I say, you do need to understand how the internal language of the system works. Now, let's go to marketing. And I kind of preset one of these up, but you can set up a new pipeline. And I think this is one of the strengths of Kajabi is it tries to help guide you a bit about precisely, but on the other hand, you got to know what these terms mean. Obviously a Zoom webinar OVO, free book OVO, blank, simple sales page, which is a landing page, freebie. So, and then you click that and then you get a video. So let's create the pipeline. Just upload a freebie, choose a file. So let's try and find something on my messy dashboard. It's going to let me. I did have some. Let's go in there. Oh yes, let's go here. Let's upload that. Now, one area I did find a little bit frustrating as I was playing with this before I started this video was uploading videos, because I did find the video uploading a little bit slow. So let's see what it's doing here. So what it's basically done, it's calling this blueprint checklist. But what it's basically done, it's built a funnel for you. So if we go here, this is what your funnel will look like. You can change this. You can change the edit the wording, and you. It's the first time I've come across, really moved into like backgrounds. Choose a block ground color like that, or not. But you can do that. That's pretty snazzy. How you change the actual background of the image. Background. Oh, that's that game. So we go back. Layouts. You can see that there's a lot of flexibility here, and it's a nice UX design. But it will take you time to work with it and learn how you can change the background image, which I haven't found out how to do yet, but I would imagine it's here somewhere. And you've got the mobile location. So, we've already done that then. Right, I'm sure I can find how you can change the picture, the background image somewhere in this. I imagine it is changeable. It seems to be, this just seems to be the form. And you click on the background, this probably is here and now. Background image type, image. You can change, and then let's go for none. See what it does. Oh yeah, that was it. Back to image. That's pretty straightforward. So you can see that, you know, it's got a nice editor. Of these type systems, it's got one of the best editors going. And then you've got the freebie email, leave. Yeah, we want to leave. So email, welcome, thank you, add action. Once kind of triggered, add action, settings. See what this is, see what's in the email would be helpful. Email sequence, freebie email sequence. 10 ways to improve the conversion rate. 5 days without listen. So it's kind of set all this up for you. And if you're used to these systems, that can be quite a time saver. Obviously, you've got to learn how the system works, but that would be the same. And then you've got to customize, and this is the thank you page, download. So you ask for the details, you give them what they're going to get by giving their details to you. They've sent an email. They sent an email sequence that one of those emails that probably has the lead magnet, and also they're taken to a thank you page just in case the email ends up in the junk box. That they can download it here and exit. It's like I say, it's this part of it I'm very impressed with. Actually, it's clean and powerful, very, very powerful. And I think if you learnt the system well, I think you'd be well happy. But like I say, there's a fair bit to learn. You know, you're going to be delving in this help section quite deeply. So let's go to marketing. And I've got to, that was the one I instantaneously made. I can make a new one here, click this, and it's similar to the pipelines. It's taken to the pipelines basically by marketing. Let's go to products. Products, manage products. So let's click here. So welcome. And I installed this. It was a bit like the pipelines. You can go and it will install this all for you. So let's go back to products coaching. Let's go to new product. And very similar to the pipelines which were under marketing. Let's go back to products. Let's go to add new. You get these choices, and it generates a sequence of lessons for you, and it attaches email to them. So it gives you a scaffolding effect where it's already got the content in there, which is good. Like I say, you need to understand the mechanics of how courses run. I think somebody with my experience and somebody that's even got more experience, they're going to find this very useful to get something up and running pretty quickly. But for somebody that's not used to the terminology, you got to know what evergreen. Obviously, they tell you in the help materials what all this means, but you still got to start from scratch. You've got the ability to start something from scratch. Let's go. Let's generate a community. This Jonathan's community. How about that? Community. Save. Last 7 days. Go to your community. Add a topic. This is the question, isn't it? Yes, go on a journey with Jonathan. Take a topic. So I'm a little bit lost here already myself. But obviously you can put a price here. So create offer. So you create the offer. Go to this. Let's go there. Let's see what we got. Topics, feeds. How easy? Kajabi. Let's click there. And it seems to me that what this is it's building the basic functionality of a forum for you. So you can add this to your website. I'm only surmising this, but it seems pretty intuitive that this is what it's doing. It's building a forum for you, which is neat. Which is neat. I think a total newbie, unless you went into the help section and you really had a bit of a read up, you'd be a little bit lost. And this is one of the criticisms I have with Kajabi, is it's offering a lot of options to you very, very quickly. And I think personally you can go a bit, what I would call a bit bonkers. You could try and get everything set up, and you could, it encourages you to build out quite elaborate funnels, build out your course, and you could spend a lot of time on this, where especially if you're a newbie to all this, you'd be better off spending your time on getting your initial course ready. But but on the other hand, if you're um, a hardcore marketer who is either working for a client and wants to get something up, and that client, I was going to say, I think you can. I noticed on the website part, which I'm going to show you in a second, um, that you can. They've diminished the. Diminish is probably the wrong word. That they've cut down the styling of their initial websites. They have what they call their like version 2 templates, and then they've got their legacy templates. And you notice with their legacy templates that they are much more stylish. There's a lot more design input on the legacy templates, but on their version 2 templates, they've actually made them more bare bone. I would imagine they've done this because they had a lot of requests from the type of people that are using this system, that these people are either designers themselves or hardcore marketing types that might have the services of a graphic designer, and they want to build out their own individual look, which wouldn't surprise me that that's the type of people that are using Kajabi. Because like I say, it's not the cheapest product, but you do get what you pay for as well. So let's go back here. Now, before I click on this, because I want to show you basically what the problem I had is. Let's go to the help, which I'm probably going to be having to use myself because I don't seem to be able to sort out my website problem. So let's go to the browse help site, and you get a totally different screen. Designs, customizing to publishing a draft. They have a lot of information here. How to add multiple things. It is very extensive. Very extensive. I give them full marks for their documentation. I haven't tried the support yet, so I cannot pass any remarks on how quick the support is and that, but I will be doing that in the near future, I think. Now, let's go to the website editor. Now, basically the problem is I get this pop-up showing, and I just cannot get rid of it, listeners of views. I just cannot get rid of it. And I thought it could be the browser cache. So I cleaned out, I'm normally a Firefox person, so I went to Chrome and I logged in. And when I got this, I cleaned out the cache and went back, reloaded. And basically it sees that you cannot do anything. So I am stuck at this stage with Kajabi. So I will be contacting their help and seeing what I did wrong. Like I say, hopefully I've given you some insights about Kajabi. Obviously, we've got also a very extensive written article that's part of this 220 review of Kajabi. I came to wrap up. What are its strengths, in my opinion? Its strengths is that it does offer a lot of functionality in one place. But also that's its weakness, because like I said earlier, you can go, do you need all this functionality, and have you got the time to build all this out? And it will, if you're a newbie to all this, either you're going to have to hire somebody to help you do this, which is similar to WordPress, or you're going to have to spend a lot of time reading up on the very good help documentation, and that would be similar to WordPress as well. There was a stage where it offered things which WordPress didn't offer. That's changed now. WordPress, I think you could build a WordPress system now that would be actually better than Kajabi pretty rapidly. And I think that situation's been that way for over a year now. The blogging, really nice blogging. The analytics, I didn't show you the analytics because of this problem. The actual page builder, it's not bad, but like I say, they've got these legacy templates that are much more stylistic, but the newer ones, they've gone to a much less stylized look. They're not bare, but don't get me, they're not bare boned, and I would have liked to have been able to show you. I'll probably do a second video where when I have sorted out this problem with the help of Kajabi, and I can also tell you how quickly Kajabi helped me. Like I say, so the multi-ability is one of its strengths. Its UX design is very slick, very minimalistic, really appeals to my tastes quite a lot. They do offer a ton of functionality as the package, and you can see by the UX design that they've really been working on trying to produce a very slick system, and to some extent they've been successful. But as you add more and more functionality, there is a consequence that you, compared to ClickFunnels, I am going to do another video showing you ClickFunnels. Compared to ClickFunnels, it's much better, much slicker. ClickFunnels has its strengths, but when it comes to the actual page editor and the actual quality of the templates, Kajabi is much slicker to my mind, where ClickFunnels has fallen back behind, in my opinion. So that's it. Hopefully, you really got to try it out. They do give you 14 days to try out the system. They say I'm probably going to stick with WordPress because that's what I know. So I'm probably in the next week going to ask for to cancel my account. But what you really do get those you really do need to play around with it in those 14 days and really make your mind up. Is this because if you're going to spend time and money getting somebody to do it for you, you might as well go for the full flexibility of WordPress in my mind. But I am biased, like we all have our biases. But on the other hand, I'm rambling now, and listeners. So I'm going to wrap it up now, and I love your feedback about the video and what you think of some of the remarks I made about Kajabi. We'll see you soon, folks.